Welcome to my Taormina travel guide, your complete resource for everything you need to know before visiting this magical Sicilian town. From local culture and food to must-see spots and travel tips, I'm sharing all my personal experiences to help you plan the perfect trip. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video, and make sure to subscribe to my channel for more travel guides. If you need more info, feel free to drop your questions in the comments. Taormina is a beautiful hilltop town on the eastern coast of Sicily that stole my heart with its breathtaking views of the Ionian Sea and Mount Etna. It's known for its deep historical roots, with ancient ruins and medieval architecture that make every stroll feel like stepping back in time. Perched between mountains and sea, it offers some of the most scenic panoramas I've seen in Italy. The town is also famous for its cultural charm, boutique shopping, and Sicilian cuisine that draws travelers from all over the world. Whether you're into history, nature, food, or just relaxing with a view, Taormina truly has something for everyone. Getting to Taormina was surprisingly easy. My journey began with a flight into Catania Fontanarossa Airport, which is the closest major airport. From there, I had the choice between a scenic train ride along the coast or renting a car for more flexibility. The drive from Catania to Taormina took just over an hour and was full of incredible views. For a more comfortable option, many travelers opt for private airport transfers directly to their accommodation. No matter how you arrive, the journey itself is a beautiful introduction to Sicily. Taormina's historic center is very walkable, and I loved exploring its narrow alleys and stairways on foot. For day trips to nearby spots like Castelmala or the beaches, renting a car made things easier and gave me the freedom to explore at my own pace. Public buses also run regularly and are an affordable way to get around the region. If you're up for a bit of adventure, you can rent a scooter or even a bicycle to navigate the hilly terrain. I also took a relaxing picturesque cable car ride, which gave me a unique view of Taormina from above the cliffs. Before heading to Taormina, I made sure to exchange some euros, since it's the official currency used throughout Italy. Most people speak Italian, but I found that many locals in the tourism sector also spoke basic English, which made communication easier. Since I'm from a visa-exempt country for short stays, I didn't need any special documents beyond my passport. It's also good to know that Sicilian culture values slow living, meals are never rushed, and shops often close for a few hours in the afternoon. Embracing the local rhythm made my visit feel much more authentic and enjoyable. Walking through the Catania gate felt like stepping into another world, an ancient stone arch that opened into Taormina's magical old town. I started my day in Piazza del Duomo, where locals gathered and the atmosphere buzzed with Sicilian charm. Right in front of me, the Piazza Duomo fountain stood proudly with its iconic centaur statue, a perfect photo stop before grabbing a quick espresso. The Cathedral of San Nicolò across the square was rustic and grand, with a peaceful interior that offered a quiet moment away from the crowds. I strolled along Corso Umberto, the main artery of Taormina, filled with boutiques, cafes, and unexpected views down to the sea. Piazza 9 Aprile was the most breathtaking viewpoint of all, with Mount Etna visible in the distance and musicians playing beneath the clock tower. I stepped inside the Chiesa di San Giuseppe, drawn by its intricate Baroque facade and bright pastel tones that glowed in the afternoon sun. A hidden gem I stumbled upon was the Biblioteca Comunale ex Chiesa Sant'Agostino, now a charming library housed in a former church, blending history and quiet reflection. The Chiesa di Santa Caterina di Alessandria, tucked behind stone walls, welcomed me with an unassuming grace and stories carved into its structure. Nearby, Piazza Vittorio Emanuele too was full of life, with open-air dining and laughter echoing through the alleys. Wandering down via Teatro Greco, I followed signs toward Taormina's crown jewel. Along the way, I passed the historic Belmond Grand Hotel Timeo, whose terrace serves views that feel pulled straight from a film set. The ancient theatre of Taormina absolutely lived up to the hype. Standing there, overlooking the sea from a stage that's thousands of years old, gave me chills. Afterward, I meandered through Via di Giovanni, a quiet street with charming balconies and hidden stairways perfect for candid shots. I paid a quick visit to Chiesa Santa Domenica, a lesser-known spot but so peaceful inside. The Giardini della Villa Comunale were unexpectedly one of my favorite stops: lush greenery, exotic plants, and incredible sea views all in one place. I continued my walk along Via Roma, a scenic route hugging the cliffs and offering postcard views around every bend. At the Chiesa di San Michele Arcangelo, I admired the unique details that made each of Taormina's churches feel distinct. I explored the Palazzo dei Duchi di Santo Stefano, a medieval gem with lava stone detailing that hinted at Taormina's volcanic past. Then I finally made my way down to Isola Bella, a picture-perfect islet connected by a thin strip of beach that felt like nature's sculpture. Relaxing at Isola Bella Beach, I took in the mix of pebbles, crystal clear water, and the sun-dappled hills surrounding me. A short boat ride took me to Grotta Azzurra, where the light bouncing off the water created a magical blue glow inside the cave. Mazzaro Beach, a bit busier, had a fun vibe with bars and lounges, perfect for an afternoon aperitivo. I hiked up to Taormina Castle, where the views were worth every sweaty step, panoramic scenes of the town, coast, and hills. Visiting the San Domenico Palace, now a luxury hotel, gave me a glimpse into opulent history mixed with modern elegance. I ended my coastal adventure at Naxos Beach, where the soft sand and wider stretch of coastline made for a perfect sunset stroll before heading back up to town. One of the best parts of my time in Taormina was simply strolling through the charming cobblestone streets, where every turn felt like a step into a painting. I spent hours browsing artisan boutiques filled with hand-woven fabrics, leather goods, and colorful ceramics that told stories of Sicilian tradition. In the evening, I'd find a quiet spot to watch the sunset spill golden light over the coastline, one of the most peaceful moments of each day. Savoring a cone of creamy pistachio and almond gelato in a tucked-away piazza was pure joy, especially in the summer heat. I often paused at terraces perched high above the sea to take in sweeping, panoramic views that were impossible to forget. While walking, I'd catch the sound of street musicians, accordion, guitar, or violin, adding a romantic soundtrack to my wandering. One of the most fascinating parts of the trip was exploring ancient ruins that whispered centuries of history, still standing strong against the blue horizon. A day trip to Catania gave me a deeper taste of urban Sicilian life, filled with bustling markets and lively energy. Back in town, I shopped for souvenirs, mostly small ceramics, olive oils, and local spices, to bring home a bit of Sicily with me. I made it a mission to try granita with brioche from a different cafe every morning, each one slightly different, but all delicious. Watching the shifting light and colors on Mount Etna in the distance was a mesmerizing experience, especially during sunset. I took quiet breaks in lush Mediterranean gardens filled with exotic plants and shaded benches. Locals were always open for a chat, and I had so many warm conversations with shopkeepers who shared their stories with pride. Another day trip took me up to Messina, where I explored more of Sicily's northern coastline and tried unique local dishes. Back in Taormina, I joined a wine tasting and sampled bold reds and crisp whites, grown right on the volcanic slopes nearby. Along narrow alleyways, I captured shots of bougainvillea blooming wildly over old balconies. It was like nature and architecture had made a secret pact. Morning coffee breaks in sunlit cafes became a ritual, always paired with a flaky pastry and people watching. One afternoon, I sat on a ledge and watched boats drifting below the cliffs, hypnotized by the rhythm of the waves. A short trip to Savoca felt like walking through a movie set, and the peaceful hilltop village was full of surprises. I couldn't resist the freshly made cannoli at a small pastry shop. The crunch of the shell and sweet ricotta inside were unforgettable. Art was everywhere, and I admired countless hand-painted ceramics and vibrant mosaics that seemed to brighten even the dullest corners. Taking part in a traditional cooking class was one of the most hands-on and memorable experiences, especially rolling out pasta with a local nonna. Throughout my stay, I kept reaching for my camera to capture the postcard-perfect views around every corner. The sound of church bells echoing through narrow alleyways always made the town feel like it had a heartbeat. Swimming in the clear blue water and sunbathing under the sun became my favorite form of meditation. Some of my best discoveries came from following random staircases, often leading to quiet courtyards or new perspectives. Finally, I joined a guided storytelling walk that brought local legends, myths, and hidden histories to life, giving me a deeper appreciation for the town's timeless magic. One of the highlights of my visit to Taormina was immersing myself in the local culture, which is full of passion, warmth, and tradition. I was lucky to catch a small local festival in the main piazza, complete with folk music, dancing, and locals wearing traditional Sicilian attire. Religious processions, especially around Easter or during the Feast of the Assumption, were deeply moving and gave me a real sense of community spirit. When interacting with locals, I found that a friendly buongiorno or buonasera went a long way, and people appreciated even a few words in Italian. Respecting the slower pace of life and not rushing through meals or conversations really helped me connect with the culture on a deeper level. I visited Taormina in late spring, and the weather was just perfect: warm days, cool evenings, and fewer crowds than in peak summer. Summer is lively and vibrant, ideal for beach lovers and festival goers, but it's also when the town gets busiest and prices rise. Autumn offers a quieter atmosphere and still warm weather, with golden sunsets and harvest festivals adding a special charm. Winter is the quietest season, with many tourist spots slowing down, but it offers a peaceful, authentic experience and more interaction with locals. Honestly, each season brings a different side of Taormina, so it depends on what kind of vibe you're looking for. Compared to other Italian cities like Palermo or Naples, Taormina is definitely on the pricier side, closer in cost to places like Florence or parts of the Amalfi Coast. While it's not as expensive as major European hubs like Paris or Zurich, accommodation and dining in the historic center can be quite upscale. I noticed that fine dining restaurants and boutique hotels have premium prices, but you're also paying for those incredible views and ambience. Casual meals like arancini, pizza, or pasta at a trattoria were much more affordable and still delicious. Activities like boat tours and entrance to historical sites added up, but there are ways to balance the budget if you're selective. Yes, absolutely, Taormina can be done on a budget with a bit of planning. I found cozy guest houses and family-run B&Bs just outside the center that offered great value for money and authentic hospitality. For food, I often grabbed fresh street snacks or enjoyed aperitivo deals instead of sit-down meals every night. Some of my favorite experiences, like walking through public gardens, exploring ancient stairways, and watching the sunset from scenic spots, were completely free. Local buses and shared shuttles made it easy and affordable to get around, especially when I didn't feel like walking uphill in the heat. During my trip to Taormina, I quickly learned that light, breathable clothing is best for the warmer months, especially when walking uphill in the sun. In the cooler seasons, a light jacket or layered outfits kept me comfortable, especially in the evenings. If you plan to visit churches or religious sites, it's respectful to wear modest clothing, covering shoulders and knees is generally expected. Locals tend to dress stylishly but casually, so I found that a simple yet put-together outfit helped me blend in better. Comfortable shoes are a must, as the cobbled streets and staircases can be tough on your feet. The heart of Taormina is its charming historic center, where I spent most of my time wandering through narrow alleys, lively piazzas, and quaint shops. The main street, Corso Umberto, is the hub for shopping, people watching, and street performances, with plenty of cafes and boutiques. Just walking this stretch gave me access to the town's most iconic sites, like ancient ruins and scenic terraces. The area is compact, walkable, and full of hidden corners that reveal beautiful surprises. I made sure to stop at viewpoints and public gardens along the way. They're a must for soaking in Taormina's magical atmosphere. Sicilian food in Taormina was a huge highlight of my trip, with rich flavors and fresh ingredients in every bite. I tried traditional dishes like pasta alla norma, seafood couscous, and of course, fresh cannoli filled on the spot. There were also some great vegan-friendly restaurants offering plant-based versions of local classics, which pleasantly surprised me. For those looking to splurge, Taormina even has Michelin-starred spots with jaw-dropping views and incredible tasting menus. But honestly, some of my favorite meals came from street food stalls. Arancini and panelle were cheap, filling, and full of flavor. Shopping in Taormina was a delightful experience, especially when it came to unique local products. I picked up hand-painted ceramics, beautifully crafted by local artisans, which made for perfect gifts and souvenirs. Sicilian lemon products like limoncello, soaps, and perfumes were everywhere and smelled amazing. I also found delicious local sweets like almond pastries and pistachio spreads that I brought home for friends and family. Prices in shops were generally fixed, so there wasn't much room for bargaining, but the quality and authenticity made every purchase worth it. During my stay in Taormina, I found that most of the popular accommodations are concentrated in or near the historic center, which is perfect for walking to all the main attractions. There's a wide range of places to stay, from charming guest houses and B&Bs to luxurious 5-star hotels with infinity pools overlooking the sea. I also discovered a few boutique eco-resorts tucked into the hillsides, offering sustainable stays without sacrificing comfort. For beach lovers, accommodations near the lower coastal area offer quick access to the shore, with cable cars making it easy to go up and down. No matter your budget or style, there's a unique place in Taormina that fits. Taormina's nightlife has a classy, laid-back vibe that I really enjoyed. It's more about atmosphere than all-night partying. I spent evenings sipping local wine in cozy bars with live jazz or acoustic music, often tucked away in candlelit courtyards. There are also a few stylish lounges and open-air clubs for those who want to dance or enjoy a trendier scene. My favorite part was the seaside bars that offered a relaxing setting with views of the moonlit water. It's a town that knows how to unwind in style, perfect for couples or solo travelers looking for a safe, chill night out. I originally planned for just 2 days in Taormina, which was enough to see the main sights and enjoy a little shopping and beach time. But the town's charm, slow pace, and beautiful surroundings made me wish I'd stayed longer. If you have more time, a 4 to 5 day stay is perfect for adding day trips to places like Mount Etna, Isola Bella, or nearby villages like Castelmola. It's also great for travelers who want to split time between sightseeing and simply relaxing. Whether you're stopping through or staying a week, Taormina easily adapts to your pace. Taormina felt very safe throughout my entire trip, even as a solo traveler walking around at night. I met quite a few solo female travelers too, and they echoed the same feeling of comfort and ease. Like any tourist town, it's wise to stay alert to minor scams or overpriced menus near heavily touristed areas, but I never encountered anything concerning. Emergency services can be reached by dialing 112 in case of any urgent situations. Overall, the town is calm, respectful, and welcoming, with locals who are genuinely helpful to visitors. Without a doubt, Taormina was one of the most enchanting places I've visited in Italy. Its blend of ancient history, dramatic sea views, delicious food, and relaxed elegance made it feel like a dream. Every corner had something beautiful to discover, from flower-covered balconies to panoramic terraces. Whether you're into culture, nature, food, or just slowing down, it delivers on every level. For me, it was more than worth it. It was unforgettable. I hope this Taormina travel guide helped you feel ready and excited for your adventure to one of Sicily's most beautiful destinations. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and share, and of course, subscribe to my channel for more travel content from around the world. If you have any questions or need more tips, just leave a comment and I'll be happy to help.